Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video now. Yeah, last night, what happened with Argentina, Croatia? Well, we'll find out at the end of this video, because first of all, I want to talk about the other games that happened. Now, yesterday, we seen 3 games as we've done all week, and the reason why I'm talking this soft voice and happy voice is because I'm an extremely happy Englishman right now. But again, I won't tell you why until the end of the video, so stay tuned to find out why I'm just so happy right now. I'm sure many of you will see, if you were to watch the Argentina-Croatia game last night, and seen the images towards the end that I seen, or if you've seen the game itself, especially the second half, I think every single Englishman, or anyone associated with England, or born in England, or has any sort of English blood inside them, will be feeling the same as me right now, and will be very, very happy. But listen, that's going to come at the end of the video. What I want to do is, obviously, as you guys have seen throughout this World Cup, I've basically been talking sort of roundups every single day, and of course there's been a few Butter videos in here. I just seen a couple of days ago, my brother Billy came on, talked about Butter fixtures, but all the Butter stuff right now is over there. Right now I've got another video for you guys, and this is the one I'm doing for you right now. So, yesterday, 3 games took place, obviously kicking off the first game was Denmark v Australia. Eriksson he actually scored a pretty nice goal, to be fair. It felt him in the box, and he sort of went like, his foot going like that, but the ball went up, like sort of almost had like loads of spin on it, and straight to the roof of the net. Denmark took the lead against Australia, 1-0. VAR came back into play. Australia got Australia got a penalty. Now, was it a penalty? Well, the guy went up and his arm went up, and he hit his arm as it was on the way to the goal. It's a penalty. And Jednak scored, and like I say, his penalty was the exact same as what he scored against France. It made it 1-1, and that game was pretty much done from there. Came out in the second half, not a lot happened. Both teams tried to press for the win. Australia did have quite a lot of the ball, couldn't really do much with it. It ended 1-1. That game was finished. We went to the next game. Obviously, seeing France play. And like I say, it wasn't a bad game really. France played the game. France pretty much had the ball to pretty much the whole game. And like I say, there wasn't a lot happening. And obviously, France took on Peru, won the game 1-0. Olivier Giroud had a shot. I think it sort of took the deflection off the defender, and it went up in the air. And Mbappe got it on the line and put it in. And once again, second half came out, didn't really push for anything. And like I say, France got the win, 1-0. And like I say, man, puts them in good stead now. Same as what it does, obviously, Denmark and Australia. Of course, Denmark and Australia still got to battle it. Of course, them two still got to battle it out. But obviously, it can only be one of them teams that goes up, obviously, into the knockout stage. I think France will win that group, and Denmark should follow them, but it depends on whatever. And then obviously, we had the big game. The game that everybody, I'm sure, a football fan was looking forward to. Argentina took on Croatia. Now, obviously, this game was big. I'm sure big enough for them two teams. Obviously, Argentina had to win that game. Bearing in mind that Iceland have a point right now, Nigeria have none. Going to that game, Argentina had a point, Iceland had a point, and of course, Croatia had 3 points after they beat. After they beat Nigeria. Now, of course, Croatia, bit of pressure was off them, but of course they still had to win in order to guarantee pretty much trying to win their group, because obviously, as you guys know, I'm trying to stutter here, but obviously I'm not trying to, but I am stuttering, but I apologise. But pretty much Croatia came into it with 3 points, everybody else on 1 or 0, so the pressure wasn't so much on them. But of course, Croatia knew that if they won this game, they got 6 points, and they were pretty much through to the knockout rounds. Oh, Croatia did just that. 3 points, and they got 3 goals, and I'll tell you now, as an Englishman sat here right now, I'm smiling, because we all know what happened to their famous hand of God of Argentina. Yeah, I will never forgive Maradona for what he did to us, especially that afternoon. But the old hand of God, you know that one, Maradona, when he did that and it went in? Yeah, mate, I can never forgive you for that. But one thing that was sweet, and I've seen it all over social media, was to see Maradona cry in the stands. To see him cry was like, it wasn't me trying to say, oh, look at him crying. It was kind of like, yeah, well, like I say, as soon as you did the hand of God, us Englishmen did that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I was born then, but I'm saying every single Englishman that was born before me was in the same boat as what he was, obviously, when his team got beat 3-0. Now, of course, Argentina came out, and they just weren't the Argentina to which nobody really knows, because Argentina, as you've seen, up against South American clubs, they are a decent team. But obviously, they come up against Croatia. Croatia, who I thought, probably would beat Argentina. I looked at it and I thought, you know what I mean? Obviously, a lot of people don't rate Croatia. I do. As a national team, I do rate them. Do you know what I mean? They have some good players in their team. Luka Modric, Mandzukic, just to name a few. And obviously, the game kicked off, and in the first half, obviously, Argentina had a chance straight away. It was an open goal to put it wide. And then straight on the other end, Mandzukic, the ball came in, he should have scored the header, and he put it wide, and you kind of think to yourself, it's going to be a 0-0. I'm going to see our first ever 0-0 in this World Cup this year. Wasn't to be second half started, like I say, man, I got a goal from Willy Caballero, and it can only be described as we don't know what the hell was going on with him. And basically what happened was the ball got played back to him, and he sort of just like side kick it in the air, and next second it went up in the air. And I tell you now, the finish from the Croatian was absolutely spot on. Ball goes up in the air, it drops down, he keeps his eyes on the ball, off top Willy Caballero's head. 1-0 Croatia, and I smiled and I thought, get in there, because I'll be honest with you, I don't like Argentina. I mean, that's me being completely honest. Obviously, it's all to do with the Maradona story. Now, say man, if you're not English watching this, you probably won't feel the same emotion. You probably won't understand why I'm so happy to why Croatia got beat. Or maybe there is some English people out there as well that don't understand why I'm doing it, but for me as a football fan, for me who loves his nation, obviously, I love my nation, I love my club, as you can see. And when someone did that to our nation, it hurt me a lot. And even though I wasn't born, even when I got into football and I realised what the hell Maradona did to us back in the day, it was sore and it was hard to take. And even now, I still don't forgive the guy for doing it. So, like I say, they went 1-0 down. I had a little smile. I thought, you know what, they could come back. Until I seen that Aguero had been taken off after they scored. Higuain came on. And I kind of thought to myself, well, this could be game over right now, because why the hell would you take off Aguero? I don't understand why he took Aguero off. Higuain came on. Messi was just doing nothing, and I'm not being negative or nothing towards. Well, I am being a little bit negative, of course, but Messi in the previous game did nothing. I was so disappointed. You know what I mean? I am a fan of Messi. I'm a fan of Ronaldo as well. But after seeing Messi's performance, I kind of think to myself, come on, man, do something. Just please do something, Messi, please. I actually want to see something good from you. In the previous game, he did nothing, and in tonight's game, or should I say yesterday's game, he did absolutely nothing as well. I was disappointed. You know what I mean? As a Messi fan, I was disappointed. And like I say, after watching his performance today, or should I say last night, I don't know why I keep saying today. After watching his performance last night, obviously after watching Ronaldo's, I'm kind of thinking to myself, who's the best player in the world at this current time between Messi and Ronaldo? It's got to be Ronaldo. It's simple as that, because Messi did nothing. He hasn't done nothing for the two games. He's done nothing. To be considered the best player in the world, I have to disagree. It has to be Ronaldo now. That's my own opinion on it. Other people may have their opinions, but that's my opinion on it. And of course, the game went on and on. And Luka Modric scored an outstanding goal. I mean, listen, man, take a bow for that goal you scored, Luka Modric. It was absolutely class. He gets it on the edge of the box. He goes that way. The man thought he goes that way. Gets his shot off. He bends it in the bottom corner. Willy Caballero, I think he got fingertips to it, but listen, man, couldn't keep it out. He went off. He celebrated like a madman. The 2-0 up. The Argentinians, all the heads were down. And once again, the smile got a little bit bigger. It was like this now. Because you knew kind of Croatia were going to take the win. And then, of course, towards the end of the 91st minute, it was kind of just a mad break from Croatia. Players on the left-hand side. He had, or should I say, he had a shot. The guy carrying, I think it was Rakitic. He had the initial shot. He got parried away by Caballero. The guy played back into Rakitic. The man stood on the line. Goalkeeper was nowhere in his goal. Put in the bottom corner. 3-0 Croatia. And they showed a picture of Maradona, and he was like this. And he was crying. And I kind of thought to myself, yeah. That's what every single Englishman was like when you did the hand of God. And it went down as iconic or whatever, but for me, when a footballer does that, I lost all respect for you, man. And then only growing up and as a kid watching football and learning all the legends that used to be. And Maradona, you know what I mean, as soon as you learn about what he did to England, it's kind of like, oh man, you were such a good player, but I can't like you for what you did against my nation. I just can't accept you, so you know, then things happen. And Argentina now look like they're pretty much going home. And even if they beat Nigeria, you know, Iceland, obviously, because Iceland played today. And I say, if Iceland beat Nigeria today, then they're pretty much through with Croatia. And Argentina are going home. And that's the way it goes. But, you know what I mean? As I say, man, obviously, as a fan of Messi, I'm so disappointed about this tournament for him. I really want to see something good from Messi. I see nothing. Ronaldo's brought him on 4 goals in 2 games, and the guy's a machine. As for Messi, is he just a good player, or should I say he's just a player on a good team? Who knows, man? Who knows? You know what I mean? But as a Messi fan, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for the tournament he's had. But listen, Argentina, it all went wrong for him, man. All went wrong for him. 3-0, truly embarrassed by Croatia. But watch out for Croatia's tournament, because I think they will go far. I honestly do. But like I say, well, for tomorrow, my England versus Panama preview will be out tomorrow. And yeah, lucky Argentina. Good luck at the next World Cup. That's if you qualify. Up the border.